Welcome to the weekly wrap with Coach Stevie G. This is where I take you through all the results for the round. So let's get straight into it. Well, where's the Hain plane coming? Let's have a quick look at the overall site ladder to see if there's been movement on the leaderboard. I have had a quick look myself. I know he has moved up the leaderboard, but let's have a look. There he is, coming 17th. Now, I remember last week, I'm sure he was coming 60th or 70th. He was definitely on the second page. But after a great week, getting 7 correct, he's moved into 17th spot on 135 points, only 3 points off the leader. Well done, Hain playing. What a great week he has had in round 26, moving himself into 17th spot. Good luck, mate. I hope you go really well in round 27. Now, I think the overall site ladder will finish after round 27. It's not like our tipping comp that goes through to the grand final. So you've only got 1 week to go to try to chase down those 3 points. Unlikely to probably get first place now. You never know. But hopefully you can move into the top 10 or get as close to the top as you can. Good luck to the Hain plane we will be watching. All right, let's have a look at our footy tipping comp ladder. And after round 26, the overall weekly leader is Lucky Ducky 656. He got 9 correct with 6 as his margin. Well done, mate. That's outstanding tipping, getting a bonus point. Mitch Hendry, the defending champion from last year, he got a bonus point as well, along with Rabbits to Win and myself. I got a bonus point as well. There you go. Great tipping by those 4 people. And then Mitch Scaife, Belly 95 and Captain Grumpy, and the list goes on. They've all done really well as well. But let's have a look at the overall total, the overall ladder, and you can see the Hain plane on 137 points, clearly still out in front. But I tell you what, Lucky Ducky 656 on 131 points after getting bonus point last week. He is chasing him down. I tell you what, we've had some conversations in the household over the weekend, and I've got a little bit of video clip here, or a little clip to play that's probably a really good reflection of the conversations that we've had just recently.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
There it is. So you're telling me there's a chance from the movie Dumb and Dumber. I reckon there's an outside chance that Lucky Ducky 656 can catch the Hain plane. Now, we've got one whole round left, so round 27. And then you've got 4 weeks of the finals. There's bonus points up for grabs throughout the finals, all the way through to the grand final as well. So chasing down the, what is it? Is it 6 points? Chasing down 6 points. It's not out of the question. There is an outside chance that the Hain plane can be caught if he has a bad week. So I'm going to be keeping a very close eye out. I'm going to hopefully chase him down as well. But I reckon Lucky Ducky 656 is a chance to chase the Hain plane. It makes this competition that little bit more interesting. Now we're getting a little bit closer to him. But well done also to Parasun, Bunnies 22, Up Cronulla, Bronx 78, Rampant Rooster, Hammer Time, and Winning Eel, rounding out the top 10 for the Garrard's Gold footy tipping competition. Okay, moving on to the teams competition. We're on to the preliminary finals, and here it is, Team Johns versus Team Gasnier. And Team Gasnier, well done to them. They've won 44-39. So unfortunately, Team Johns gets knocked out. So that's Tiger Goals, Stephen Hunt, Skippy J, Libby Garrard, Indy G, Winstow Eagle, the Beast in SSDD. Unfortunately, you guys are knocked out, but had a good season. Well done making it this far. And Team Gasnier make it through to the big GF, to the grand final. And special mention goes to Debs. Debs 83. Now, Mr. Latrell didn't get his tips in. He missed putting his tips in. So one of the reserves being Debs, she's come up and she got 7 right. And she's really helped her team to victory, because if we had taken Mr. Latrell's points, not getting tips in, you actually would have lost, which is not how the competition works. The reserves always come in for people that don't tip. But it's a really good effort by Debs, getting her team over the line, getting 7 correct, and getting Team Gasnier to a win and making it into the grand final. Well done to them. Moving on to the next head-to-head, you see Team Messenger versus Team Lewis, and Team Lewis 51 beating Team Messenger 44. Unlucky to Team Messenger. Lily is a beast. John Stewart, Gemmo Macca, Crackers 721, Happy 54321, Bronx 78, SSTID, and Dragonman. Unfortunately, you're knocked out. Good season, getting this far, not a bad effort at all, but just one short of getting to the GM. But Team Lewis, they've been dominating all, well, especially the back end of this season, the second half of the season, getting 51 points, dominating and getting themselves into the grand final. That's led by Lucky Ducky 656, who got his bonus point and led his team to victory. Well done to Team Lewis. Now, these are a bit of a graphic to the pathway of how we got to the grand final, and you can see where your team either won or lost throughout the final series. But if you have a look at Team Gaznia, they finished 7th, and the graphic I haven't got the numbers here at the bottom anymore, but I know they finished 7th. So they were in an elimination game every single week, all the way up until their preliminary finals, being the weekend just gone, and have made their way into the big GF. So well done to Team Gaznia, getting themselves into the grand final. Team Lewis was on the same side of the draw. Obviously had the week off because they won that first week, went straight into the preliminary finals, beating Messenger, and a really well-deserved team to make the grand final, Team Lewis. So good luck to Team Gaznia and Team Lewis. Now, I do have another graphic here that sort of goes into a little bit of detail who are going head-to-head with the Team Gaznia versus Team Lewis. And here's some information here. So Team Gaznia is D-Train Gory, Eagle Lover, Garrow 51, Mr. Latrell, he's back into the side. Hopefully he puts his tips in, because if he doesn't put his tips in, Debs is waiting to fill his spot, and she will be the person that gets her $25 money back for being in the winning team on the grand final. So that's probably a good time to shout out to everybody I'm going to be announcing on this front page. Make sure you get your tips in, because there's reserves waiting to jump into your spot and taking that $25 and getting free entry into next year. But moving on, so Mr. Latrell, Scissor Happy, Tipperary Panther, Up Cronulla, and JLo 85. That rounds out Team Gaznia. Then you've got in Team Lewis, Coco Brown, Fluffy Grey 88, Lucky Ducky 656, Mitchell Storm, Pete 75, Rampant Rooster, Snapper Racing, and Winning Eel. They're the two teams going head-to-head. Now, with the additional information I have on here, I thought it'd be interesting to show how many points they've actually got in our Garrard's Gold Footy tipping competition and where they're coming in the Garrard's Gold Footy tipping competition. Because what this actually shows, again, why I run this teams comp, is to make sure you get your tips in all the way through to the end, because you could be like Garrow 51, coming 85th and getting yourself into a grand final and potentially winning the GF and getting your $25 money back. Anybody can win. And these are the guys that are in contention. We do have the reserves, as I said. It's probably unlikely someone won't tip in the grand final, although Mr. Latrell, he showed us last week that it's a possibility. And these reserves are listed in financial priority order. So if you remember how I do the teams draw, it goes on when you pay your money into the footy tipping comp to say, what priority and where you sort of sit. The first 64 people that paid up got into a team, and then the remainder were drawn out as reserves. So Debs is the first reserve and Hendo is the first reserve for those two teams. So if someone doesn't tip, they're sitting there waiting to jump in. So good luck to everybody, and good luck to the people that made the grand final. I'm really looking forward to doing the update this time next week and seeing who is the which team has won the grand final, to get their money back and get their name etched in on the trophy that's on the wall behind me on the Les Bank Memorial Shield. So I'm looking forward to doing that update. Before I do my sign-off, if you've lasted this long, I've been going for 9 minutes, dribbling as I do, you might notice here on the graphic, I don't know if you can see my mouse circling, but on the bottom right-hand corner, you've got our domain name. That's our website where you go and see all the information for our tipping comp. And I've changed it this week. So it used to be called the GarrageGoldFootyTipping.com. That's how you went to the website to see our, the footy tipping website. But I've got a 50% off offer for a domain, and I've snapped up the domain name GGFootyTipping.com. So that is the new domain name to visit our website. So if you've lasted this long in the video, you've getting the information before other people, before I send it out on socials and the like. And just to see who are the true followers of this channel. If you've lasted this long and you've heard me talk about the new domain name, leave a comment in the video and just leave the comment GG. And that'll tell me that you've lasted all the way through to the end. It's a little bit of an Easter egg, but I'm curious to see how many people watch the video to the very end. And that's one way I can measure, outside of looking at the analytics. That's one way I can measure. If you've put GG in the comments, then I know you've watched it all the way to the very end. So I hope you do that. It'll be a little bit of fun for me, if not anything else. But that's it. That's all we've got. As I always say, keep your tips smart, your banter sharp, and remember, it's all fun and games until the final whistle.